Hi, it's Grandma Roseanne, and I'm so glad you came today because what we're going to do is we're going to make a balsamic glaze, balsamic reduction, and it is fantastic. Now, I don't know if you've ever made one before, but it's so simple. There's only two ingredients. That's it: balsamic vinegar, sugar, or honey. That's it. So it's very, very simple. Now, I I will caution you on the balsamic that you buy, okay? Because the vinegar can be very, very expensive. I went into a store, 2 ounces of balsamic vinegar, $100. I didn't buy it, and trust me, I will never go back and buy that. But in the same store, 2 ounces of balsamic was $20. That I did buy, and I will tell you, it was superb. It was worth every penny I paid for it. Balsamic is aged, so the longer the aging, the 10 to 20 to 30-year aging, it becomes so much more developed in flavor. Just like a really fine wine or a good brandy or a good cognac, it's the same thing with vinegar. However, you do not want to do that if you're going to do a reduction because it's just a waste of really good balsamic. So you want to get a very, very inexpensive vinegar. What I did is I went to Costco and I got the store brand of their balsamic. This has worked out beautifully, absolutely beautifully. So there is no problem with using something that's very, very inexpensive. You don't have to go to Costco, wherever you shop. Just get something that's not expensive. It does have to be balsamic. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go 1 to 1. So it's 1 cup of balsamic to 1 tablespoon of sugar, or use honey if you choose. I'm using sugar on this one. I've done them both. They're both excellent. So what we're going to do is I'm going to fill this up to get to that cup, and then we're going to put it on the stove. It's going to come to a, this is pouring slow. It's going to come to a boil, then I will reduce it, and when I reduce it, then we will bring it to a simmer, and it's going to simmer for, I don't know, maybe 8-10 minutes, not very long. It goes very, very quickly, actually. And then the tablespoon of sugar, and turning it on high. Now, you want to whisk it a little bit. You just want to dissolve the sugar, okay? So it's really not a difficult thing to do. You might be asking yourself too, why do I even want a balsamic? What am I going to do with it? But I will tell you, you know when you have walked into that incredibly elegant restaurant and it is just gorgeous, everything around you is beautiful, then your meal is presented. And if it's a piece of salmon, you have got these swirls of balsamic, and your salmon is just plated on top of that beautifully. Or it's in circles, and your filet mignon is on top of that. You can do it for any meat. If you're going to glaze chicken, so it doesn't matter what you do with it. You can use it on that chicken breast. You can use it on salmon, whatever you choose to do with it. It is just delicious. And then if you do a little bit of that swirling, which is so super simple to do, and I'm going to show you how to do it. Once you do that, you look like one of those French chefs, and you did it for pennies on the dollar, okay? Which I think is really good. Now, we're coming up here to a boil, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce it now. And I'm going to reduce it so that it's just at a simmer. Be very careful, because what you're looking for is either a 50% to a 75% reduction. 50% is still a little bit light. 75% is really what I prefer. Now, if you go much beyond 75% reduction, you can burn it, and you really don't want to do that because it's toss it out and start all over again. I'm doing a 1 cup for the video, but oftentimes I will do a 3 to 3, 3 cups of balsamic to 3 tablespoons of sugar. And I do that because it stores beautifully. It really does. You can put it in one of those squeeze bottles, you know, and if you do that, stick it in the refrigerator, it'll be there endlessly, honestly, really. And then what you want to do is warm it in just some hot water before you do that, and then you can do your swirls or your fancies. Or I think we're just about there, and I'm going to measure it because remember I said that the real perfect reduction is about a 75% reduction. So what I have here is a quarter measuring cup, and let's just see where we are on that. Let's take a look. Oh wow, look at that. Can you see that? Absolutely perfect, absolutely perfect. So now I have shut the range off, but I do want to give it a little bit of a taste here. Wow. Wow. Oh, rolled it on my floor. That is absolutely exciting. It's so good. Now the other way that you can test your reduction to make sure it's right is you're just going to take a spoon, dip it in, and if it coats the back of your spoon the way this did, if it coats it like that, you're at the right place with it, okay? So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pour it into one of the plastic bottles that I told you about, and then we're going to do a little bit of decorating. You guys, this is fun. It is. I like this. All right, we are ready to plate it, okay? So you're going to take your balsamic, which is in your little squeeze container. It's a lot easier if you do it this way. And then just start playing. Become the abstract artist you always wanted to be, because you can do whatever you want. Look at that. Come on now, that is gorgeous, you guys. You can do, as I said, circles, you can do polka dots, you can do whatever you want. Do little, I don't know, Mickey Mouse ears if you're serving it to kids, whatever you want to do. Now, give me just 1 minute and I'm going to plate this and I'll show you how absolutely beautiful this is. All right? Transformation. Absolute transformation. It has design. It has texture, it has movement, it has flavor, it has brightness and freshness, it has fragrance. That mint is to die for. And when you serve it, and I don't care who you serve it to, I would serve it to anybody at my dinner table and be proud to serve it. And all you're doing is serving 3 strawberries. So it's just about the presentation, you guys. 5 minutes to make the balsamic. Just about the presentation. So if you liked it, give me a thumbs up. If you want to come back, I'm going to do a ton more videos. So if you're enjoying this, come back, subscribe. And now what I'm going to do is do the best part of all. I am going to taste the balsamic and the whipping cream. It's perfect. It's perfect. Serve it to anybody. Your friends, your neighbors will be wowed that you have really kicked it up. So thank you. Come back. I loved having you in my kitchen today. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.